Today we're going to make a loaded egg drop soup. About 2 cups of cabbage, about a half of a diced yellow onion, 3/4 cups of corn, canned corn, 3/4 cups of fresh cut up celery, a little better than bouillon. We'll have 3 whole eggs, some unsalted chicken broth, and we'll thicken it with some cornstarch, which I'll show you how to make a slurry later in the video. Okay, we'll just stir this every once in a while until it cooks for a few minutes. I'd say you want to cook this for about 4 or 5 minutes before you go on to the next step. Okay, now next we can add our corn. Give them a chance to know each other. Now we can add our cabbage. Well, that'll cook down just a little bit. Now we want to add about a teaspoon of the better than beef, or better than whatever bouillon. It's roasted chicken base. It's a little high in sodium, but it adds great flavor. At this point, we can add about half of a carton of chicken broth. Each carton has 4 cups, so you're adding about 2 cups here. Now this produces a pretty concentrated, flavorful broth to have our vegetables cook in. Okay, now we'll make that slurry I was talking about. So we take a little bit of our chicken broth. Okay, so this is our slurry, our cornstarch slurry. I poured about a half a cup of chicken broth in here with 1.5 tablespoons of the cornstarch. And we'll set that aside for adding it later. Next, we want to beat up our eggs. We have 3 eggs, and we're just going to beat them up with the fork. Now I chose this measuring cup because you want to be able to pour a little stream of these eggs in when you add them. So they get you fine lines, the little, almost noodle-like portions of pillowy little eggs. And here, once again, we'll stir that up a little bit better before we add it. Okay, let's add a little bit more chicken broth. That's about 2 cups more. We'll let this come back to a boil and we'll put our thickener in. So the total cook time after I put the initial first broth in has been about 15 minutes. Re-stirring my slurry so it'll go in there nicely. Now we're going to add the slurry, and it is a bit of a balancing act, as the proper amount of slurry to get the thickening that you want. Looks like this is going to take all of it, which is all right. I think I'm going to want a little bit more thickener. I mixed up about another tablespoon and with some more chicken broth, and we're going to add half of that and see how that does. Like I said, it's a balancing act, and you got to get it to the consistency that makes you happy. Okay, now that I've rebeaten the eggs, there's 3 eggs in there. Now we'll make some egg drop soup. You want to do it a little bit lower, but slower than that. Yeah, about like that. You get the little pillows. Just slowly pour it in. Drizzle it in. You're looking for small ribbons. You go too fast and you end up with kind of clumps. Now that we're adding the egg to it, I think maybe I might need to add a little bit more chicken broth. It may be a little on the thick side. There we go. All righty. Let's put a spoon test to it. Ooh. Now taste test. Very good. I think I'm going to add a little bit more chicken broth. There's not much need for other seasoning in it. That Better Than Bouillon gave us a big hit of flavor. But I do feel it needs a little bit of pepper. So I'll add some pepper to it. Not very much. Like 1/8 of a teaspoon. Boy, that's nice. That'll make a hearty lunch. I guess I'm going to have it for lunch. But I won't be complaining. That's some good looking stuff, huh? All right, I'll be back in a minute. That's the texture I was looking for. I could have a little bit more broth, but it's just fine the way it is. Plenty edible and very healthy for you. It's a hot one. I hope you get a chance to make this. It really is. I hope you get a chance to make this. It's very good soup. And it's healthy for you too. Plus very budget friendly. How can you beat 3 eggs and cabbage and, you know, a little bit of onion, you know, just nothing expensive in it. Even the chicken broth was, you know, I think the chicken broth is less than $2 at Walmart. And it's sodium free. I do add sodium with the better than bouillon, but I trade off for flavor there. So anyway, enjoy. Kind of velvety in your mouth. I like biting down on the little pieces of corn too. Hope you can see that okay. You won't see it for long, that's for sure. Thanks again, and we're gonna have a great recipe after this one. So, like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you'd like to see me make something.